Hi, everybody. I wanted to spend just a couple of minutes and go over what I've been learning about the psychology of sharing a presentation. So we've known for a very long time that you need to cover your story and your passion behind why you're involved with the company and what the components of the opportunity are that we're looking for. But I've been talking with a doctor recently and learned that there is a very distinct marketing psychology behind how to present. And I actually tried it and have been pretty excited by the results that we've found. So I wanted to share them with you today. So there are 4 different personality types, and I'm not going to go deep into this right now. This will be more forthcoming as we learn more about this. But the first type that you want to attract when you are doing a presentation is called the Excite group. And that group has a very limited window of interest. They're only going to be able to pay attention to you for a very short time. If they're not interested and caught by what you're saying, they're going to go elsewhere mentally. Their mind is on many things. They're excited by life. And if you don't catch them right in the very first little bit, they're gone. So we want to start with that group because all the others have a longer patience and a longer attention span. So start out your presentation by using some of their power words. And I'm going to use my little notes here so that I get some of these. So write these down, grab a paper and pencil. You don't need to use all of these, but I need you to know what they are so that you're working some of these in. Some of the words that grabbed me were fun, opportunity, freedom, it's a big one, flexibility. So you can talk about the flexibility to work from home or wherever you are, that you can build this from vacation, you can build this from the beach, from your pool, from your office, from your front porch, wherever you are, like the flexibility to build it from your phone, the excitement and the fun of what we get to do and blessing lives around the world. So that's our beginning. You want to have a couple of power statements and lead off your presentation with something that's going to grab that group. If you do that, they'll stick around and mentally listen to the rest of it. So from there, that's just a couple sentences. It's very short. And then we lead into the next group, which is the Unite group. And they are all about relationships and the greater good. So if you can talk about some of those things, about the relationships we get to create with the people that we work with and that we're changing their lives and that we are changing the world, that's a big one for them. They want to have a higher purpose. They want to be able to give to the world as a whole and be able to make an impact for the greater good of humanity. Talking about purpose and community and the community that we're creating as we put together this group of like-minded individuals that want to bless the world. The next group, and again, that doesn't have to be very long. You just want to make sure you're hitting on those power words so that those people, that group, are attracted to what you're saying and they feel themselves compelled to follow the rest of it. The next group are the regimens, and this is where those factors of the opportunity come into play. Regimens like lists, regimens like a roadmap, regimens like structure and safety. They want to know that everything's in place, that this is a safe opportunity, that everything's lining up to be long-term. So structure, systems, planning, stable, safe, those are words that will grab these people. And we've found that all of those things are in place because of the 6 factors that we have. So that's where we talk about what you are passionate about with the company, with the products, with the timing, with our system, with trends, with the compensation. And this is where it can get flexible to what you're passionate about. If you're trying to give somebody else's presentation right here, it's going to feel candid. It's going to feel scripted. You want to be able to talk from your heart what you're passionate about in those different categories. And the last group are the testers. These are the people that need the science. So as you're going into the products during your listing, basically, don't just list them off, but we're covering each of those categories, right? To paint the picture that everything's safe and secure and everything's in place for this opportunity to be huge. As we go into products, the testers need some science, but understand that you don't have to be a doctor if you're not a doctor. If you are, you can go as deep into this as you feel compelled to. And this is where the testers are going to love the details. But for the rest of us, we just need to be genuine. We need to be who we are and touch on the science, because the testers need to know that we are telling the truth and that we are um, that we have the research and we have logic and we have expertise, but we don't have to be the doctor. So share what you understand, share what you know. Don't try and go deeper than you can. And don't feel like you're letting everybody down if you're not going as deep as someone else. Just give what you can with the best authenticity that you can from your heart. And then it's important for the testers that you tell them where they can go get the rest of the information. So tell them to go Google butyric acid. Tell them to go Google tetrahydrocurcumin. Tell them they can go to actives.info and they can hear from some of the doctors talk about these products. Testers are going to go through the whole website. They're going to go through everything on actives.info. They're going to Google, they're going to go to pubmed.gov. If you tell them that they can go to pubmed.gov and research some of the science behind our ingredients, they will have a ball with that. And that way they can go as deep as they need to, getting it from the experts, getting it with the right level of experience, and they want to know that the research is there, but they don't expect you to be the research. If you're not a doctor and you're trying to pass yourself off with all the knowledge of a doctor, they're not going to take you as seriously anyway. So people will respect you more for pointing them in the right direction, like a pointer dog. The pointer dog doesn't capture the bird. The pointer dog just says, look over here. So that's the message here today. You're a presenter. You don't have to be all the end information. So if you'll hit those 4 areas in that order. So something exciting that's going to grab right from the beginning, something that shows the big world picture, how we're changing the globe, we're changing all of humanity, we're blessing the world. Then the list of what is in place to make sure that this opportunity is solid and amazing, and then ending with a little bit more on the science, and that we have everything backed with experts, and this is where they can view them. Actives.info, Googling the ingredients, going to pubmed.gov and looking at the ingredients there and reading the research. There's thousands of studies, and that's what the testers need to see. They need to know that that's there, but the excites could care less. The excites need to know that this is going to be fun and easy and flexible and fit into their life and still be fun, and that we have a community of great people coming together to do great things. So that's kind of the nutshell of how to present from the psychology side. Now we just get to go do it over and over and over. So find what you're passionate about, write out your own bullet points, and start presenting, because the ones that present are the ones that make the big checks, and you get to control that. If you want to be a presenter, present and get those big checks rolling.